Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. In this video, we are talking about function notation and evaluating functions with function notation. So let's jump in. What is function notation? Now, function notation you will see as f of x. And so how you read that is just like I said that, it's f of x. Now, sometimes that F letter can be any other letter. So sometimes you'll see H, sometimes you'll see G. It really does not matter what letter you have. You're just going to read it H of X, G of X, and therefore. Now, what is function notation? Now, we've determined that it's F of X, G of X, H of X, but what it actually is another way, zoom in just a little bit more, is another way for you to write y. So f of x is y. H of x is y. G of x is y. So in an equation, let's put a little box here. In an equation, when you have y equals 3x plus 5, you're going to take that y and you're going to replace it with one of these, f of x, h of x, g of x, q of x. Doesn't really matter what that letter is. Typically, you'll see f, h, and g, and you're going to write x here. Everything else stays the same. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is that y is no longer there. Instead, you have this function notation. Now, when we are talking about function notation, this x has to be the variable on the inside. And that's on the inside of the equation. So if you have x in your equation, then you will have x in your function notation. If you have r, then you would have r here. So for example, let's rewrite this in terms of function notation. Let's say we have 7a minus 5 is equal to y. Y is going to be removed. So I'm going to have 7a minus 5. Again, everything stays the same. And now we're going to say f, or you can say g or h. But because our variable, our letter is a, instead of writing f of x, now we write f of a. Let's do some examples. Let's rewrite using function notation. What I would like for you to do is I would like for you to circle y. And instead of that, you're going to write f of x is equal to 3x. And again, we are using x because x is our variable. Let's write this in function notation. Let's circle y. You have 3 minus 2x squared is equal to f of x. And again, because we are using x as our variable, x is what we're using in our function notation. Let's evaluate. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Let's evaluate. So when you are writing function notation, you are using that value. For example, x is 2. So when you are solving, you're going to rewrite this and you're going to put a bubble where you see x. And because x is 2, you're going to take 2 and you're going to plug it into your value for x. So now you have y equals negative 8 minus 5. And y is equal to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, negative 13. This is the original way of solving it. Now when you use function notation, f of 2, this means solve when x is 2. So this says solve when x is 2. So that means for f of 2 equals, and I'm going to copy this down, negative 4x minus 5. This 2 is what I'm replacing x with. So f of 2 is equal to negative 4 times minus 5. This 2 goes here. So f of 2, positive 2, is equal to negative 8 minus 5. So f of 2 is equal to negative 13. So this is when x is 2, it equals negative 13. Let's try that one more time. F of 6 is equal to, we're going to copy, plus 5 divided by 11. Here we have 6, so I'm going to replace f of 6 is equal to 6 plus 5 divided by 11. F of 6 is equal to 6 plus 5 is 11. So f of 6 is equal to 1. The function evaluated at 6. So when x is 6, my answer is 1. Try one more time. F of negative 3 is equal to, copy the equation, negative 2x minus 1. F of negative 3 is equal to negative 2 times negative 3 minus 1. F of negative 3 is equal to 6 minus 1. F of negative 3 is equal to 5. So when x is equal to negative 3, our answer is 5. Now, let's go ahead and try this here. Now we have different letters. We have G, we have H. So let's find f of 7. So because we're using H, we're going to use the H formula. So H formula is 2x plus 9 because of H. So we have 7, so I'm going to replace x with 7. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 9. That means H of 7 is 23. When x is 7, our answer is 23. Now we're using G, so we're going to copy x minus 5. When x is negative 7, so x is negative 7. When x is negative 7 plus 5, plus negative 5, that gives me negative 12. So when x is negative 7, our answer is negative 12. Now this one is a little bit more challenging. So h negative 3 minus g of 2. And I think I said negative 3. So h of 3 minus g of 2. So I'm going to rewrite h. H is 2x plus 9. And I'm going to rewrite g, which is x minus 5. Because this is x and x is 3, x is 3 for our h equation, and x is 2 for our y equation. And we're going to subtract that for our g. I think I said yg. So let me restate that. X is 3 for our h equation, and x is 2 for our g equation. So we have 3 times 2 is 6 plus 9. 2 minus 5 is going to be a negative 3. So 6 plus 9 is 15. So I have 15 minus negative 3. 2 minuses make a plus. So I got 15 plus 3, and that equals to 18. Let's do one more. H goes on top, G goes on the bottom. So H is 2x plus 9. G is x minus 5. Hx is minus 1. Gx is 6. So I have 2 times negative 1 plus 9. 6 minus 5. I'm going to shift this here. Negative 2 plus 9 divided by 1. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. This is where negative 2 comes from. Negative 2 plus 9 is 7. Divided by 1 is 7. So that is our answer. All right, beautiful people, we will do many more examples in class. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!